Hey guys, just got done watching 1977's The Hills Have Eyes from Wes Craven, starring Dee Wallace, James Whitworth, Susan Laney and Michael Bowman, and it's from the director of The Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream and The Last House on the Left, the original one. And I have to admit, I've seen it before, and I remember watching it when I was a lot younger, when I lived with my nan. This was Michael Berryman's third movie role. Not important, but I thought I'd put it there. So I remember watching this on TV with my nan, and on the TV it actually looked a lot better. The Blu-ray of this movie is absolutely horrendous. It's watchable, but it's like watching a DVD on a Blu-ray player which doesn't app convert. It's pretty blurry, not great. And, you know, like Black Christmas, it's disappointing because it's a classic. So, basically, I put it on, put it in the player, wait for all the standard definition trailers to end. But oh, this is going to be interesting. Put it in, and what happens? The disc won't work. That's right, the disc won't work. So I had to clean the disc, put it back in, it still won't work. So I turned off my PS4. Turned off my PS4 and then I turned it back on. Put it in again, still didn't work. Put in a different disc, that works. And then try putting this in, it worked. It cut off at the trailers. You know, this film, it stopped at the trailers, so it won't work. But it started working after I tried a different disc in the player. So it basically starts off with a bloke trying to get out of Dodge, basically, out of this oil station place. He's given up, he doesn't want to do what he's doing anymore. And then you see a young girl who wants to sell some stuff to him, like radios and stuff. And it turns out that he's got no money, got no food or anything to give them. And basically she goes, oh, can you take me with you because I don't want to stay. And he goes, oh, Pluto rip your guts out or whatever it is. And she says the same thing to him. And then his family turn up. He hides her in the closet and you meet the, let's say, the Carter family. And they're all American, and the dad is an ex-retired policeman, and he's got a gun, and you've got Bobby, and you've got Fred, and Wilma, and Daphne. You don't, but they're from Flintstones. So, I'm watching it thinking, yeah, you know, it's good. This reminds me of what I used to watch. And to be honest, the remake is actually pretty well done because the remake is a lot like this film, other than a few things, which I will mention a little bit later in the review. So, basically, they almost hit a rabbit and they swerve and they crash and they end up stuck. So, the dad, Fred, I think his name's Fred, goes off looking while Bobby and all that stay. Bobby chases after his dog but gets mutilated and eaten. Oh yeah, because the hills have cannibals in them. So yeah, basically the hills have cannibals in them, and they eat the dog, and the dad ends up getting murdered and blown up. And basically it ends up kind of like a cat and mouse game between the cannibals and the Carter family. And there's a bit where they steal the baby, and they go, one of them says, juicy baby, you juicy, all juicy for me, or something. Now, the film isn't scary anymore because it's very low budget and it's 70's. And to be honest with you, oh, sorry about the yawning, rough day. It was made in the 70's, and you can tell it's really dead because it had like a 3,225, I think it was. What was it? Let's have a quick look. It had a, I said 230,000 budget, so it wasn't that expensive to make, and you can really tell. But the best bit is Wes Craven really knows how to use the shots well because you see the hills a lot, you see the backdrop, the landscape. It's very well used, like deserted area. I have to say, I was very impressed. I was very impressed with it. And I did like it, but at the same time, it was very dated. I can understand why they made a remake. Because I guess a remake's good if you want to do an up-to-date kind of version. Because the film is almost the same. The remake is, except they add to it. And the adding to it actually, I thought, made the remake a lot better than it could have been. I mean, the characters in this, they look disturbing, but they look nothing as disturbing as the remake ones. This one has more eeriness to it and more creepiness. I don't know why, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. Yeah, it's a lot more creepy and a lot more eerie and a lot more disturbing, like when they steal the baby. And basically the dad goes after him getting the baby, not Fred because he's dead, but the other dad, the dad of the baby, goes chasing after him, and who's going to win in the ultimate showdown? And is the girl going to ever escape? Who knows, you know? The film ends abruptly. But it's on Wes Craven. Wes Craven did some really good cheap horrors back in the day, like Last House on the Left. Which I admit I do like more. And Deadly Blessing, and which I didn't like as much as Hills of Eyes, to be honest. So yeah, the film's really good. It's very dated. It's one of those films where you look at retro filmmaking, in my view. If you want to see Wes Craven's early stuff, this is definitely it. And it definitely still packs a punch to it. And it's very violent and very gory to a degree, but at the same time not to our standards now. So depending on who you are and what type of person you are, you'll either enjoy this or you'll hate it and prefer the remake. I personally like both of them equally because I think they both bring different things to the table. And Michael Berryman's in this and he's the best. And he was also in Deadly Blessing. So I recommend giving this a go. Give the remake a go. Make your own mind up. What one you want more? What one you like more? I'm sorry I take my socks with you, but and if you do, give it a go. That's all I ask. Give it a go. See what you think of it. Give it a good review. Give it a bad review in your mind. Whatever. It's a good film. It's just dated now. So, thanks for watching, guys. And that's The Hills of Eyes. The original by Wes Craven.